Hello and welcome back to another video in the Barbie dream house. I thought whilst I'm house sitting that we could have like a little girly sleepover and we could bake and sit and giggle. So I am house sitting for Emily and Jane. Well, just Jane now because Emily's moved to Scotland. But I'm house sitting slash cat sitting for Jane while she's in London for a couple of days. And I thought I wanted to like leave her a little treat for when she comes home. So I'm thinking of making some white chocolate and ginger cookies, which are my absolute favorite to make this time of year. And it's just gonna like get me in the Christmas spirit because it's coming up to Christmas now and I'm just getting in the cozy vibe. So I thought I would make this a little girly sleepover and you can feel like you're on FaceTime with me having a sleepover in the Barbie dream house. And we can bake, and I was gonna bring a face mask but I completely forgot. But we can sit and we can have tea together and we can colour. Like, I brought my colouring pens because I'm a 12-year-old girl trapped in a 24-year-old's body. And we can watch Grey's Anatomy or Gilmore Girls, or I kind of want to watch Vampire Diaries. Vampire Diaries has been on my mind recently. So yeah, without further ado, let's make some cookies. I am gonna put the TV on though because this house is very dauntingly quiet right now. So we need some background noise because me just talking is making me feel lonely. Why did I think I could see that from here? Don't be cocky. I do have my glasses. I don't know why I'm insisting on struggling. So I just went to the supermarket to get the last couple of ingredients I needed to make the cookies, and I got one of these. I'm like a child. Why is this so entertaining to me? I know this is just literally orange squash, but I just had a glass of water and I literally just went scoop, and now I have orange squash. Mind blowing stuff for some reason, but I was sick of not having cordial here because I don't really like fizzy pop that much. So I've got some orange squash and I'm very happy about it.
Get a grip. I think it's a bit enough.
Right, let's crack on. I need a recipe. Where's my instructions? Hello? These are the cookies that we're making. They're the gingerbread New York City cookies. And they are so, what's the word? Indulgent? Like, a lot of work goes into them. You have to freeze them for an hour before you can even cook them, but it's so worth it. Okay, so where are the scales? This is the worst thing about being in someone else's house. You don't know where any of the bowls or the cups or the scales are. I found the scales. Step one. Why can I not remember where anything lives? Need a bowl. Okay, this is the most awkward angle, but we're having to work with what we've got. Okay, so we're taking 175 grams of dark brown, but I've got light brown sugar, and 125 grams of unsalted butter. I'm telling you this recipe because it's gonna change your life. I can't open this. That's a lot of sugar. Oh please, why is it always the most difficult thing trying to get it exactly on the ground? I am going to have to pin my hair up because it's just gonna get in the way. We need a bigger bowl, a baking bowl. I might have to use this one. I can't find a baking bowl, so we're gonna have to use this. Sorry, Jane. $250, so it's 125. Oh, perfect. Exactly half. Oh. How did I just drop that on the counter? And how is that 118 grams when it should be exactly half? That's way too much. I was so nearly perfect. Close enough. Now what am I gonna do with this slab of butter? So what's going on in everyone else's life? Did everybody see Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift in Argentina? That man had a friendship bracelet and a dream, and he made it happen. I think he got tips off of Tom Holland as to how Tom Holland manifested dating Zendaya. Travis Kelce did the same with Taylor Swift. So then you want to take your butter and your sugar and just cream them up. Oh, she has a KitchenAid. I should have just chucked it in there. We need the bicep workout, it's fine. So the new Hunger Games movie comes out on Friday, A Ballad of Songbird and Snakes. I'm so excited. I'm going on Saturday morning with my best friend to go and see it, and I have tried to avoid all spoilers at all costs. I know that it's about President Snow and how, I don't know if he was a mentor in the games or whether he, but then I don't understand if he's a mentor, then how is he a mentor? Because I thought you had to have won the previous Hunger Games to be a mentor. And I don't think he's in the games. I could be completely wrong. I do have the book, but I haven't read it because I didn't read the original Hunger Games before I went to see them in the cinema. And I am glad that I didn't because I do prefer the books. But I think it's the only book to movie franchise where the movies haven't ruined the books. Like, I still adore the movies. I'm already regretting my choice of not putting this in the KitchenAid. Oh, my arm is hurting. What else do I have to tell you? I am warning you in advance. I think when I go home, it will be time for me to start putting out the Christmas decorations and maybe putting up the tree in our house because, what date are we on? It's the 14th of November already. Like, how is it midway through? Before we know it, Christmas will be here. And I have bought one Christmas present. I think I'll come back to you when I've mixed this because I can't do this. Okay, we're back. I mixed it. You don't want to fight me? Okay, so next we're gonna add 1 egg. This is where it always goes wrong. Ow, ow. Woo. I am that person that whenever like baking or cooking, I have to wash my hands anytime anything touches my fingers because I hate having sticky fingers. And then we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Oh, this looks a little, is there a date? Can these go out of date? There is no date. See cat. The vanilla extract went out of date in April 2022. That was so close to me pouring that in there. Will it be okay? No, let's not poison Jane. She doesn't deserve that. I can't believe that. What a waste. More annoyingly, I've literally just come back from the shops and I didn't get vanilla extract, so I was like, yeah, I have it. But it does say it's optional whether you want to add it or not. So I'm hoping this doesn't take away from how good these usually are. I just need to get it out of my head that I know that it's not in there, because otherwise I'll be like, tastes better with the vanilla. Just because I'm annoying like that. I hope I'm making Emily proud of her bake-off dreams that she wants to live. I also was going to do this in my pajamas, so it felt like an actual real girly sleepover, but I'm so clumsy, I just knew I would get flour all over myself. And I only have 1 pair of pajamas here, so we'll get changed later and get cozy. Now we're adding in 280 grams, is it? 280 grams of plain flour. That was way too much. I want to do it. 280. I've done way more than 280 here. That's perfect though. Oh, it was until I ruined it. Oh, that'll do it. I should probably sieve it, but I don't have a sieve. So we're gonna have to just get the guns out. Is it gonna be way too much in this bowl? Probably. We'll just add it in gradually. That's usually the best choice, right? And this is where I get it all over myself. Oops. as I said. Feeling it in the biceps. You gotta bring it up, and when you had enough, shake it up. Oh, my hands are so sticky. I hate having sticky hands. Okay, so the recipe says to do 1.5 teaspoons of ground ginger. Oh, that's good. But I have tried and tested this recipe, and I do really like ginger. And I feel like if you do it with 1.5, you can't taste the ginger half as much. So I do 2.5, but it's... Okay then, I'm gonna say that's 2.5 and call it a day. It is personal preference. I hope Jane likes ginger because that was a lot. And then we want 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. And 1/2 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. Then we want 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. Oh, I hate the texture of that. It goes through me like chalk on a chalkboard. It's so bizarre. That like corn floury texture of it. Ugh. And then we want 1/2 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda. Tell me why I'm tempted to add more ginger even though a good chunk fell in there. I just love ginger. Oh, it smells like Christmas. Oh, I wish smell-o-vision was a thing because this smells insane. I need to add the rest of this flour in, but I don't know if I've got a big enough bowl. How am I gonna make this work? We just need to be careful. I can feel my cheeks going red. It's so warm in here. I don't know how to adjust the thermostat. Also, speaking of movies, did everybody see the trailer for the new Inside Out? Inside Out 2. I didn't even know they were making another movie. I just saw the trailer the other day on Twitter and was like, what? Because I love those movies. That's such a good movie. And Maya Hawke is one of the characters in it now. So I just know it's going to be good because the way that Pixar have the imagination that I could never have, I love it. It cannot be beaten. Also, whilst we're talking about Disney, I'm actually going to Disneyland Paris in February with my best friend for our 25th birthday. We're going to see the 1975 perform on her birthday because the gig is her birthday. But we thought whilst we're there, we may as well go to Disneyland Paris and make the most of it because we are big children. But I'm so excited for that because I've never been before. Because even though I love Disney, I just feel like I've never wanted to go because I don't like rides. And I feel like I'm too old to be like, will you sign my book, Peter Pan? Even though I freaking love Peter Pan. And I will be having my picture taken with him and I probably will cry. But that's besides the point. We're doing it now and we can't wait. We're on Disney Paris TikTok. We just keep sending them back and forth to one another because we're trying to get each other excited. It's time where I've got to use your hands to make this a dough because it just starts to get a bit crumbly. Okay, and then the last step is to add 300 grams of white chocolate chips, which does seem excessive, but it makes it. Like they almost don't want to stick in the dough. You feel like you're ramming them in. But it all comes together in the end. Could I make more of a mess? Yes. Okay, what I'm gonna do is separate it half and half so that we can try and get more chocolate chips in because they all need to go in. So any left of the cookie dough that looks like it is crammed full with white chocolate chips because it is. And then we need to section them into balls before we freeze them because they have to freeze for an hour before you put them in the oven so that they're still gooey inside when they're cooked. We'll be back. Orange squash break. I've got nutmeg halfway up my damn arms. What are you doing? Hello? Okay, next step is you want to weigh out your white chocolate cookie dough balls into 120 grams each. Wrap them in cling film and then chuck them in the freezer. They can go in for 30 minutes. I like to leave them for an hour, just personal preference. 121. I'd say that's good enough for me. Okay, we've had to switch to the iPhone because my battery died on my camera. So yeah, I'm just gonna weigh these out and wrap them up and then pop them in the freezer. Why is cling film the most annoying thing in the world? I'm just a girl. Okay, so I lied. They go in the freezer for 30 minutes or in the fridge for an hour. I'm gonna freeze them for 30 minutes because I just always freeze them. So see you then. Okay, so the oven, it's a bit loud. I'm watching Shake It Up like the 12-year-old that I am. I have got some sushi and some wasabi and some soy sauce and my chopsticks, and we're just waiting for the oven to preheat, and then I'm gonna pop them in for 14 minutes, and I'm gonna eat this in the meantime because I didn't realize how late it was and I'm actually quite hungry. So I will check back in when we put them in and then we can do a little taste test. Okay, so it's a bit later now. I've had my tea and I've been watching Grey's Anatomy, but I'm not bored, but I just want something to do alongside watching Grey's Anatomy. That's the dishwasher. Yeah, I kind of just want to do something whilst watching Grey's Anatomy, so I brought my colouring books with me. I have 3 options because I get bored quite quickly of what I'm colouring and then have to swap pictures. So I've got this one, which is actually like cards and envelopes, but I did one of these the other night to leave Jane a little card when she comes home. So I like coloured her a little Christmas card, even though it's like mid-November, because I've made her Christmas cookies. So I thought I'm gonna leave her a little card with my Christmas cookies to say thanks for letting me live in your dollhouse, because it's my favorite. And the envelope too, I coloured the envelope. Then we also have a Romeo and Juliet colouring book, which hilariously I bought my best friend for Christmas, and then because I really wanted one too, she bought me one back. So we could have just bought ourselves one each, but technically my best friend got me this one, and I've had this one for years and I've coloured quite a few of them, but they're really small colouring sections, so I do get a bit bored of this after a while. So I just didn't know which one I would fancy, so we've got an array. I also have a multitude of pens because I am 6 years old, and colouring is so therapeutic to me. I have loved it my whole life. So yes, you could say this is a kiddie girly sleepover, but I actually do this with my real friends. When I went down to my best friend who lives in Portsmouth, we haven't seen each other in years, and all we did was catch up, watch Gilmore Girls and colour at the same time. If you don't colour, give it a go. It calms you down, like just zones you out zen so much. Highly recommend. So I'm gonna sit here and colour for a bit, watch an episode of Grey's Anatomy, and then I'll probably make myself a little brew and we can have a taste test of the cookies. I was gonna have a snow fairy bath, but I thought I wouldn't really do that at a sleepover. You would have already showered and cleaned yourself before your friends come over, so we're gonna skip that step. So get comfortable. Also ignore the stain on my tracksuit pants. I was putting the bins out in the dark the other night and crashed into the wall. And I could have washed them, but I live in them when I'm not at work, so ignore that stain. I'm also on season 10 of Grey's Anatomy now. Like, that is crazy. There's 19 seasons, but that's a different story. But season 10, I can't even remember when I first started this show. It wasn't that long ago, but my God, it's changed my life. I think it might be my favorite TV show ever. I think. It just breaks my heart. I've also got my specs on because I can't see far away. Why does Patrick Dempsey look even more attractive in this season? Not usually a Derek Shepherd girl, but today might be the day. I hate her. I'm not a fan of Arizona at all.
Your wife, she passed away, right?
She wishes.
Yes. She did.
I did not expect her to say that. Alex Karev in a suit.
Where the hell are you going?
I don't like Shane. He's pissing me off.
Do you want to call someone or do you want to be a rock star?
I wanna not kill anybody.
Peanut butter and nut sandwich. This 2 weeks I fell asleep and I guess I got some honey on
It's so fun.
3 bottles of champagne.
Let's make a cup of tea.
When I think about it.
I think this is the best my cookies have ever turned out. It looks ginormous. They are quite big. I'm probably gonna only have half right now, but I'm so excited because I don't think they've ever looked this good. I'm really impressed with myself, and none of them burn. It's a miracle for me.
I feel like I don't have to pee anymore.
Oh, perfect brew and a perfect cookie.
Load.
Which version?
The one who's so busy shaking her tail in front of my son.
Oh, that was just a dog.
Wow.
She's strategic. Jackson is dumb.
Not to toot my own horn,
See if your dry apple picked up after we stripped it.
but it's so gooey inside, even though it's like crunchy on the outside. I'm so impressed with myself.
The coddle is very sweet. Be a disservice. You need to put yourself.
Mm-hmm. I've truly outdone myself. That's so good, I might have to eat the whole thing now. Jane, you are so welcome for me making these for you. These are the best I've ever made these cookies. And I think it's because the house was so slay. The slay kitchen made the slay cookies. That has to be the maths there. I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna finish my cookie, I'm gonna drink my brew, I'm gonna finish my episode of Grace, and then we'll probably go take our makeup off and go to bed. So I'll see you there. Did someone say Vogue Beauty Secrets? This bathroom is so bougie, it makes me feel like I'm doing a Vogue get ready with me every time. Let me show you this mirror. So it's a touch button mirror, so you do that and it changes the settings of the brightness of the mirror. Best believe you know what I'm asking my dad for Christmas. Alan, can you make me one of these? I'm obsessed with it. Why is this such a simple thing? To some people it would be unnecessary, but to me, this is what I need in my life. Good evening, we are now in my ensuite. Sorry about the echoes, but it's a bathroom. I don't really know what else I can do about that. I've just jumped out of the shower and popped on my pajamas. Primark, of course, they're the softest, most comfortable pajamas in the world. And I just thought we could do a bit of skincare together before I jump into bed, because I've got to get up at 5 AM tomorrow. This will be my third 5 AM of this week, and I'm quite frankly very over it. But I just wanted to film a little clip in here because this bathroom is the bathroom of my dreams. I'm so sad that this is my last night in here. So I just used some of the Inkless Brightening Eye Cream, and then now I'm gonna go in with the Cetaphil moisturizer because I have incredibly sensitive skin, and this got me through my whole Roaccutane treatment and didn't break me out, so I'm running with it until it proves me wrong. But I am going to put in a few tanning drops in with the moisturizer because I'm looking so incredibly pale, and I just feel like putting a couple, just 2 little drops of tanning drops in the moisturizer makes you feel so much better, just having a bit of like a colourful glow to you instead of looking like Casper the Friendly Ghost. Yes, this is how I put my moisturizer on. Don't question it. It's just dripped on my pajamas. Trying to do this in the mirror that is so foggy because I've had the shower. Don't forget to take it down the neck, guys. If you put in the gradual tan on, we need it to be blended. I made such a fatal mistake the other night of putting on the gradual moisturizer when watching Grey's Anatomy, and I was crying because when am I not crying at Grey's Anatomy, and completely forgot that I was about to have tear marks all down my face. So don't be like me and cry before you put your gradual tan on. It's the lesson that we've learned there. Now we're just gonna brush our teeth. Another pro tip is always wash your hands after you've messed with anything containing gradual tan, because I've made that mistake far too many times as well. I'm an Oral-B girly through and through. You won't catch me using anything else. And before anyone comes for me, I know electric toothbrushes are better. I do have one, but I just left it at home and I couldn't be bothered bringing the charger as well, so one manual brushing today. I would then put my retainer in because I am the teeth queen and I'm so obsessed with my teeth moving and the thought of them moving after going through 2 years of braces. Not for me. So yes, I am a retainer girly. And I'm proud of it, but because I'm going to read for a bit, I'm not going to put them in yet because I just don't like having them in when I'm awake. I don't like to be conscious that they're in. So my last step is always lip balm, because after being through nearly a year of Roaccutane, you just learn like second nature to always have lip balm on your lips. And personally, I just don't like the feeling of having like dry, cracked lips, and it is winter now, so even more cause to. So I use the Laneige one because I invested in this when I started Roaccutane because I've heard so many good things about it, and it honestly doesn't let me down. Every time before I go to bed, pop this on. No cracked lips for me, which is the way we want it to be. That's everything skincare wise. I'm very minimal with the skincare. Just because I have such sensitive skin, I don't feel the need to excessively overload it with everything. So I'm gonna hop on into bed now and do a bit of reading, and then that's the end of our girly sleepover. So I hope you've enjoyed our time together. I hope you've enjoyed this bathroom because I'm so sad that I have to leave this tomorrow. But yeah, I will wish you a good night here because I'm gonna go to bed. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like or let me know that you like this kind of video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!